Very simply put, number 5 is do what you say you are going to do. Ask yourself this question right now. Ask yourself this question right now and answer it as honestly as possible. Do you do what you say you will do? Do you? Do you do what you say you will do? Think about how that might affect your self-image. Notice how often you say you'll do things that you don't actually do, and perhaps never even intended to do. Never even intended to do. Focus on the big things and the little things. When you say you'll get back to someone in 5 minutes or tomorrow, get back to them in 5 minutes or tomorrow. When you say you'll take your son to the park, take your son to the park. When you say you'll show up and meditate tomorrow morning, show up and meditate tomorrow morning. Do what you say you are going to do. It's the fastest way you can boost your self-image, by doing what you say you're going to do. Keep those little commitments and those promises you make to yourself on a day-to-day basis. Because then you are who you say you are. Then you are who you think you are. Then when you look in the mirror, you're like, yep, I did what I said I was going to do. And that's how you start to change and alter your self-image for the better. That's how you start constructing this new you. That's how you start to unearth this person that's always been there with this untapped potential and beauty and worth. So you keep the promises you make to yourself and you do what you say you will do. Because the little things matter. The little things matter if you want the credibility to change your self-image. You can't just change your self-image by just thinking about it. You have to earn the credibility to change it by eating, moving, sleeping, thinking well, changing your story, challenging your inner rock star, right? And doing the things you say you will do. Keeping those promises and commitments you make to yourself on a day-to-day basis. Very important. And a way to capitalize on those promises and commitments is That's Like Me. That's Like Me is one of my favorite things that I've learned by studying all the best mental performance coaches on the planet. And this one's from Lenny Basham. Our self-image is what makes you act like you. That's what we've been talking about. If you have poor self-image, you will never consistently perform better than that self-image. Not consistently. Sometimes it might happen, but not consistently. And if we want to be the best at what we do, we have to perform consistently at that level, whether it's an elite mom, elite grocery store clerk, an elite baseball player, whatever it is, right? We want to be able to consistently perform at our best. So the good news is, like we've been talking about through all the other 5 steps, we can improve our self-image. Dial in those 5 steps that we just talked about, and then reinforce it with this last step. This is positively reinforcing the things that we're doing. That's what That's Like Me is. So your current self-image has been formed by countless imprints. Therefore, if we want to change it, we need to bombard ourselves with a constant diet of positive imprints, removing the negative internal chit-chat and never talking about things we don't want to see in our lives, while affirming with action all the things we do want to see come to fruition in our lives. We want to rehearse our optimal performance each time we perform at our best, from the rehearsed visualized moments to the most mundane real moments in real time. We want to affirm, that's like me. That's like me. That's like me to nail the presentation. That's like me to do 10 extra sales calls. That's like me to meditate for another day in a row. That's like me to take a deep breath before I have this conversation. That's like me to show up and crush a workout even though I didn't feel like it. That's like me. That's like me. That's like me. That's how we positively reinforce ourselves after we do what we said we're going to do. And that's how we start to enhance our self-image over and over and over again.